Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is James Fisher. I'm the Section 106 officer at Greater Cambridge Shared Planning. This is the Q&A session on the draft Greater Cambridge Planning Obligations SPD. Section 106 agreements, also known as planning obligations, are a tool used by planning officers to mitigate the impact of the development. They secure public open space, affordable housing and financial contributions for infrastructure providers to invest in Greater Cambridge. The SPD provides the framework for people to better understand how Section 106 agreements are used in Greater Cambridge. The introduction explains the use of Section 106 and its purpose. The SPD provides guidance so that people can understand how Section 106 agreements are negotiated, how they're prepared and then completed prior to the grant of planning permission. The SPD provides guidance to readers, setting out the specific types of infrastructure or obligations that may be secured by Greater Cambridge, and specifically how these relate to the respective local plans. And there is a chapter for each type of infrastructure within the SPD, setting out the policy context of the request, the type or the scale of development that's likely to attract a Section 106, where any exemptions are to be applied, and where any further guidance can be found.
So following the end of the consultation at 5 p.m. Friday the 17th of October 2025, the councils will review all of the comments submitted to us on the SPD and will make necessary revisions to the SPD. The SPD will then proceed to go through the respective sign-off process for both councils. The document is expected to be adopted in winter 2025 to 2026. So you can submit your comments as a formal representation via the consultation platform, via post or via email to the local plan inbox, localplan@greatercambridgeplanning.org. If anyone in the chat currently has any questions regarding the draft planning obligations SPD, then please feel free to put these in there and we will respond to them for you.
One of the questions we often get asked is, how can we actually find out what Section 106 has secured in our area or across the district? And I just wanted to take this opportunity just to give a quick demonstration of our public-facing module, which is available on the website, and where users can see how communities have benefited from the grant of planning permission. So if you're interested in a particular development and you happen to know the application number, you can search via address or by parish, but if you did know the planning application number, it's easier. So the example on your screen relates to a development in Sawston. So using our public-facing module, you can confirm the address, the description of the development that you're particularly interested in. You can have direct access to a copy of the Section 106 agreement, but more importantly, you can view each of the individual covenants rather than having to look at the Section 106 agreement itself. So using this development as an example, if we just looked at the play contribution here, what you'll be able to see on your screen is that this development secured a financial contribution of £90,000 for children's play space. As you can see, it it was for onward transmission to Sawston Parish Council, and how they were going to use it was for the provision and maintenance of a new skate park and an outdoor gym at Linton Way Recreation Ground. You can see the £90,000 covenant amount. You can also see that the District Council has received £96,307.28. That contribution was received on the 6th of March 2025. So you can see the status of a Section 106 agreement and the level of infrastructure to improve the areas here. You might not be interested in a particular development, but you might be interested in Section 106 contributions on a more holistic scale. Using the Section 106 financial module, which you can see on your screen here, you can filter by covenant type, ward or parish. If I just filter showing information relating to South Cambridgeshire only, if I was to come down here and look at the health contribution, for example, well, we can see here that £723,000 has been spent on health improvements, surgeries, etc. Clicking on that shows all of the different contributions that relate to that global total. And you can see here exactly the developments that gave rise to the contribution, the amounts, but more importantly, how the contributions have been used. Finally, you might just be interested in your particular area. If you click on the projects at the top here, again, you can filter by Section 106 category, ward, parish, etc. If I was just to load Abbey in Cambridge as an example, you can see here that there's a project relating to a 3G pitch at Abbey Leisure Centre, and you can see how that's been funded. So there's £425,000 worth of Section 106 contributions that have been used. It also explains that the Football Foundation put forward another £425,000. So this just gives you a flavour of the information that's available. There is at least the last 20 years worth of data that's contained in here, showing £900 million worth of Section 106 contributions that are either secured, yet to be received, or they have been received. And as you can see, you can interrogate how the councils have used those funds. So that just gives you an idea of the information that is available. Thank you.
Evening, everyone. So that's going to be the end now of our Q&A session on the draft planning obligations SPD. If you'd like any further information on how we've already gone through and prepared the SPD previously for this consultation, what the SPD covers, an overview of all of the comments that emerged from the previous consultation, how we addressed the comments from the previous consultation in this latest version of the SPD, information on the consultation period and how to comment, and the question and answer session, the one that was held last week, then all of these are now on YouTube, and you can access them in our description, where you will have a link to both the question and answer session and the webinar. Thank you for all attending.